Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host, Definition. Had a hell of a lot of technical issues in the last hour or so, so unfortunately I won't be dropping a Gotham Knights reaction for a while. But you know, the Suicide Squad trailer, well, the behind the scenes look has just dropped, so we're going to be going through that and breaking down basically everything that you need to know about it. Might be some spoilers here, might not, don't know. Continue. You are part of the Suicide Squad if you continue and kick off about those spoilers, man. I tell you that, right? So let's get into the breakdown.
I think it's going to surprise people.
You kind of sit there and go, how did they do that?
Now, what I really like about this is that they're actually going to the jungle and stuff. One of the big runs, Suicide Squad vs. Justice League, which I kind of have a feeling that they're actually leading up to, but they haven't really mentioned anything yet. But just the way that things are going at DC at the moment, with Suicide Squad Killer Justice League being a game, I think that they're going more towards this. Now, this jungle setting was a big part of that, and obviously, you know, a jungle setting's just a jungle setting. But it does show that the squad are moving away from the sort of urban environments that they were. Now, the New 52 run actually started off in Volume 1 in an urban setting, and then it kind of moved into more jungles because you can do a lot more. There's animals there. You might get a cameo from someone like Cheetah, who has been a part of the squad a number of times. And yeah, it's just nice to see them sort of ship out to this area rather than just being stuck in a city, which we've all seen thousands upon thousands of times.
It's going to be different from any superhero movie ever made.
And I genuinely believe that it will as well, because James Gunn, obviously, he got fired from Disney, wasn't allowed to do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and they went crawling back to him after a while, but he basically went to Warner Brothers, they poached him and said, look, do whatever you want, here's any of the money that you want. And I think they have given him full creative control over his film, which I definitely agree with. I think Warner Brothers, they did kind of try and meddle a bit too much. If you look at what happened with Justice League, obviously with Zack Snyder, Batman v Superman, the ultimate cut is a lot better than the theatrical one. And clearly there were things going on behind the scenes. They really seem to have taken a step back with that, and things like this are absolutely brilliant. I love to see directors getting to actually make the movies that they want to make, because what's the point in hiring them? You know, just get a cameraman to film whatever you want. But great to hear that.
Made.
And we of course have Polka Dot Man. Now, Polka Dot Man is kind of a joke character in DC. He did start off as a serious villain all the way back in the 60s and 70s. However, since then, if you read things like the Batman New 52, he's just become a bit of a joke. What I love about the lineup is there's so many characters here, and it's the Suicide Squad. They're just going to be killing people off left, right, and center, which is what you really want to see. The New 52 run, the first 5 volumes are absolutely brilliant. The last 5, not so much, but the first 5, you can tell they really had an idea and a vision of what they wanted to do. Just bring loads of DC characters in, do whatever they wanted with them. Because any of them can die, it really adds a lot of tension to it. And I think it's a really inspired choice to do it here. And there's Harley with a rocket launcher. So it does look like this is going to be a big scene, this beach storming. Obviously, I'm guessing there's something at the center of the island that they have to get a hold of. We don't know what yet. There's no sign of the Joker at the moment, so I doubt he's going to be popping up. I kind of have a feeling that Eclipso's going to be at the center of this. Now, there's also been rumors that Starro the Conqueror is going to be the big bad of it. This was reported today. And Starro is basically a mind control guy. So, sort of similar to what they did with Enchantress in the first film. But again, when it's the Suicide Squad, you're not really focusing on the villains because the squad themselves are sort of villainous. So it makes a lot of sense. And there's little Mongol in the corner as well.
There's no one better in the world to direct the Suicide Squad.
I would probably agree with
James
that.
Gunn.
I was excited with an opportunity to be able to do the Suicide Squad in the way it could be done from my point of view.
And I think that looks like Belle Reeves had a bit of a facelift. I'm trying just to skip through these, but we did see them in a prison. Obviously, Harley Quinn's been caught again. Doing a terrible job of finding that scene there, but we did see her kind of walk down some steps at a prison, so I'm guessing that they're going back to this location. I don't want to skip too far ahead in case I miss anything. Oh, is that a character dying, maybe?
This is a gritty 1970s war movie combined with the brilliance of James.
And shout out to Captain Boomerang there, throwing those light boomerangs.
Combined with brilliance.
Right, that's excellent, because in the first Suicide Squad film, I was kind of gutted that they never really used the boomerangs to that level, but to see him coming out dual wielding, excellent.
Of James Gunn's characters and comedy.
You need your director to set the vibe.
The Suicide Squad.
Okay, there was a tower there. Right, okay, so that looks sort of... That's in the middle of the city, clearly. Whether that... Yeah, it does look like a shot from the film. I was going to say that just looks like a set, but it's clearly CGI, so this is clearly a shot from the film. Starro the Conqueror actually does tend to build towers when it invades. You can also see sort of the way that the architecture around the tower is. So listen to how smart I sound. I'm not that intelligent at all, but you can sort of see the prongs coming out. And basically what it tends to do is build a tower with basically star symbols. Now there's a great issue of just JLA by Grant Morrison in which Starro the Conqueror invades the planet. Guess who has to go in and get them? Batman. Do you know why? Because everyone else in the Justice League has superpowers except for Batman. And if Starro were to take over them, then they would basically, you know, the planet would be ended. But Batman goes in, sorts it all out. It's a really great run. And I think it does make a lot of sense why Amanda Waller would choose the Suicide Squad to do this job. Purely because they're expendable. If they get taken over by the star that goes on Starro's victims, Amanda Waller can just do the little thing in the neck that I can't say because last time I did I got demonetized. So it does make sense for the squad to go in and do this mission. So they're clearly thinking of what villain's going to work in this film. I know a couple of minutes ago I said it doesn't matter what villain it is. Clearly they've thought this out. It's great. And obviously if Starro took over, then the Justice League would be called in. So yeah, sending in the front line here.
The Suicide Squad is just a twisted fantasy of characters.
Within each of our characters, there's a certain beauty. Within most
There's
of them,
Weasel.
some of them are just pretty certain beauty.
So that is played by Sean Gunn. I kind of think that Sean Gunn gets a bit of a bad rap on these movies because he also did the green screen for Rocket Raccoon in Avengers Endgame and Guardians of the Galaxy. Bradley Cooper provided the voiceover, but Sean Gunn was the one doing all the work. And he gets to be in films and stuff, but yeah, little rap. But obviously this is the prison as well.
Within most of them. Some of them are just pretty crappy through and through.
Be like a douchey Captain America.
The guy who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he needs to kill along the way.
Absolutely love that. That is the perfect way to do Peacemaker. It just looks like there's a mask floating there. You can't really see anything. It's strange that they've kind of filmed this just a picture of a blurry Jeep here. But that's quite weird. But Peacemaker, obviously, he's insane. And he basically went over the top trying to be a vigilante and just killed loads of people, as they mentioned. And he is pretty much Captain America if he was killing everyone, which Captain America does kill a lot of people.
Okay, I got it.
Don't ever settle back like you think you know where this is going, because you don't.
As soon as you have some sense about what's about to happen next, James comes in.
And I'm so happy hearing that because that is something in the New 52 run that I absolutely loved. Whenever things settled down, whenever you thought it was easy, a character would either die or something big would happen. Someone would betray the other characters and try and escape. And it does sound like they've really captured the dynamism here, which I'm very, very excited for.
Everyone's exploding. Genitals, heads, arms, legs.
It's like a big,
that's getting demonetized.
Graphic novel brought to life.
This is by far the biggest movie I've ever made.
And polka dots. He's throwing polka dots by the looks of it. And there's King Shark, also getting a big bite on a character. So King Shark is basically a Hulk character. Very small brain though, so not intelligent, but excellent.
I don't think that you know what to expect.
I don't.
Don't get too attached.
No hyped.
This
yes,
has
good.
been truly the greatest, most exciting journey of my life making this film.
amazing.
That was great.
It was great. So yeah, that's the trailer. Prediction: Captain Boomerang's gonna die. That's just my thoughts. Now, obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So comment below. Let me know. You know how it goes when we do the heavy spoilers show. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and make sure you check out our trailer breakdown of Wonder Woman 1984, which is going to be linked at the end. Hopefully see you next time. Take care. Much love.